Hello and welcome. This is not for somebody who's looking to get into Amazon FBA and doesn't have a brand. It's also not for anybody who just thinks that this is not for drop shippers at all. This is for somebody who's a seller on Amazon looking to grow more sales, more traffic, and collect more emails ultimately with your email list, with your ads, and with your website. That being said, this is how to increase traffic to your Amazon listing using meta ads. And so some of you are familiar with this if you're selling on Amazon or have sold on Amazon for a while. And maybe you have some experience with the PPC manager and Google ads and maybe blogs and creating a website. This is not that. What I'm going to break down is an exact strategy on how and what to expect with meta ads if you're already an Amazon seller, if you are already selling on Amazon. And so what can you expect as an Amazon seller? What can I produce with meta ads? And so I want to break down a few things first. Meta ads is your best bet at creating a large amount of reach for your ideal customer profile with as much targeting as possible. In fact, Facebook has some of the most data on social media activity. So people who are within your product ICP, ideal customer profile, Meta can find that for you very, very fast with Advantage Plus campaigns. So that leads me to the third thing, which is you're generating quality traffic, quality purchases, you have precise targeting, and you have massive reach on Facebook. The reason why most people don't like Facebook, don't like Meta, don't really know what's going on with the ads manager is because it's hard to profit. How are we supposed to, and it's not against any of the sellers on Amazon, but most of you have been on Amazon your whole entire brand career. Your brand livelihood is living within the confines of Amazon FBA. And that's good. I mean, for the most part, you see most brands who are on Amazon never leave. But that's also the reason why you don't have a seamless shopping platform. You don't have bundle upsells, you don't have as much traffic, UGC, and clout that these big brands get. And that's really the case with Rise Superfoods, for example, right? These are people who have done great results in the past and they're world known. And the thing here is it's obvious that they have a social media presence, they have millions of followers. But the thing is, Amazon sellers might see Rise and say, "Oh, well, they're not big on Amazon." Well, they are big everywhere else, and that's what I'm trying to do here with you guys is make sure that there's a bridge between the gap of Amazon and Meta, so that you can go use Meta, get traffic, get sales without having to leave. This is not running away from Amazon. This is just two simple strategies on how you can produce more sales. The first way to produce more sales is I've got a product on Amazon and I want to bring more conversions and more traffic off Amazon to on Amazon platform. So you set up a website, you set up a go high level landing page, you do it really quickly, maybe on gamma.app, and you create a website. And that website has a pop up, it has opt ins, it has the ability for you to create a layout and a platform so that people read more about your product. They see your Amazon A plus listing, and then next thing you know, they're scrolling through your page. They're going to add their email. They're going to find out a bit more about your product via the modules, just like your A plus content. And then they're going to purchase. They're going to click this, and then it's going to go to your Amazon listing. In this case, it's going to a product page on Shopify, which is the second step to this. You don't want to do this right away. You want to see your proof of concept with what you already know, with your Amazon listing. So that's the first option. The second option is you can control your entire environment, which is what Rise is doing. You have a Shopify page with its own catalog, with its own bundle and upsell set, and its own product that lives within Shopify that you can collect 100% of the returns for without having to go with Amazon. Now, it takes a bit more to build this type of traffic, which is why I'm going to leave it for another conversation. But if you wanted to do it, it's something that you could achieve. That being said, how do you set up and how do you go towards building out an Amazon to Meta funnel, let's call it, or a Meta campaign? Now, if you want to start a Meta ads campaign push, what you're going to have to do is isolate what's your top three products on Amazon. Once you know your top three products on Amazon, you're going to set up your Meta ads account. All you need to do is go and set up your business manager, set up your ad account, make sure you have those two, and that you have a Facebook page. Once you have those, you're going to create an Instagram page, and then you're going to make a landing page and product integration between whatever landing page you have and your Meta. Very easy to do. You can find some of the tutorials on Facebook. If you need direct help, just give me a comment below and I'll send you like a quick Loom video or SOP. Once you have the Meta ad manager set up, meaning you have all the events, all of the integrations ready, then you're going to figure out, well, I've got Amazon shoppers. How does that translate to Meta? What is their demographic? What are the type of people that I'm targeting? Are they in the fitness niche? How old are they? And you're going to start picking your own brain and your customer's brain on what type of target do you want to go after. And that's going to be the audience and suggested audience that you end up integrating on the Facebook side. That being said, I will break down what that looks like in a second here. You're going to want to set up an Amazon attribution link so that Amazon can tell what type of traffic you're sending to or from Meta to Amazon, which equates in more profit for you because Amazon loves external traffic. That being said, you're also going to want to set up all the tracking and monitoring possible so you know what works, right? And there are many tools, many tools that do this. So I'll let you guys go find that. I honestly recommend an app called Samcart. There's also another app that people use, which is called Hyros, which Alex Becker, the YouTuber, is also co-founder and CEO of. I also recommend them. And then you're pretty much ready to go. Once you have the ad account, you have your audience monitoring and your links, you're ready to start running ads. The only thing that you don't have is what type of content that you want to put out. And so this is where I start sharing what type of content is good for meta ads and what's not good for meta ads. So let's go ahead and check out the ads library. And the ads library is your treasure trove for all things Facebook ads. Now, we're talking about Rise, so let's continue to talk about Rise. Rise Superfoods has ads, and they have video and static ads. Now, you might think that right off the bat, video is the best way to promote my product. I need to show demonstration. I need to show, the different styles of my product and people doing it and using it in use. That is rarely the case for somebody trying to make profit driving sales to Amazon. This is more like the creative that you're going to want to produce and create for optimal profit and sales. It's a very clean, crisp headline with details of what it includes, plus a headline here with a promotion. Same with this. Clean headline, product hero, and then little social proof. All of these are the similar style. Hero product, background to add some flavor and depth, and then your headline and your benefits. When you are running ads on Meta, your best way to find more traffic, sales, and niche targets faster is by being able to leverage your static creatives and your copy. And if you need help, putting that together. I could put that together in an hour for you with our easy SOP. That being said, there are a few pitfalls, that you're going to want to avoid when you're running campaigns. Now that you have your ads, once you've created these in Canva very easily, once you've written this using AI or using our SOPs, once you have a Shopify landing page set up, and once you have your attribution and analytics set up, just avoid traffic campaigns, lead campaigns, and every other campaign that's not a sales campaign. Make sure that your Amazon listing quality is good, that you don't have just like, A plus content from 2010, 2012. Um, you're going to want to make sure that you have all the right links so that you're tracking the right data and that you have enough ad creatives. That means you have at least 3 ad creatives and you have a budget of about $10 to $20 per day. And that's going to be enough for your first month. And you're just going to test sales on that for 1 whole month without adding or changing anything. And then you're going to continue to pivot that as you see the results come in. Now, the first month, you're going to take some loss because it's all about data. But once you've already got that conquered, then you can start refining the traffic strategy, your audience target, and Meta is going to learn more from it. Anyway, that being said, that is how you are going to get set up for Meta ads as an Amazon seller. And if you need some direct help, I have some more videos in my YouTube channel, as well as you can just leave a comment in the comment section below. All right, thank you.